Wait a minute. I'm lost. How could I be lost? I was just... Oh, no. It can't be.
Maybe I can be of assistance.
No. No thank you. I can find my way back on my own.
Sorry. There's no going back.
Look. I know who you are, and I think there's been a terrible mistake.
I doubt it.
No, really. I had this all worked out. And it wasn't supposed to happen this way.
Life is what happens when you're waiting for your plans to be fulfilled.
Listen, it's been my experience that everything in life is negotiable. Can't we negotiate this?
We could if this was life. But this is.
Don't say it. If you say it, we can't negotiate. Listen, I know who you are. You're the angel of death. And you've come to get me. But I had this all worked out. This wasn't supposed to happen for at least another 20 years. So, you need to go back to your boss and tell him. Tell him this is way too premature.
What you're saying is that you're not ready to die.
Please don't use the D word. If you use a D word, I lose my negotiating position.
I'm afraid you're operating under a big misconception.
No. I had this worked out. I was going to go with the Jesus option in 20 years. Everything was going to plan.
So, you're admitting that you were aware of the Jesus option?
Well, of course. Anyone who owns a radio or a television knows that Jesus forgives sins. And, believe me, I was going to trust Jesus to forgive my sins as soon as I was diagnosed with cancer or heart disease.
But you didn't die of cancer.
Please don't use the D word. If you use a D word, I lose my negotiating position.
Listen, I hate to burst your bubble, but you have no negotiating position. You lost it when you died.
See, there you go again. When you say the word, you destroy some of my options.
You seem to think that saying the word makes it happen.
In the beginning was the Word.
The word is a person, not an utterance. And that person has declared that your options are now null and void.
You don't understand. I intended to trust Jesus. Doesn't that count for something?
I'm sorry, but both rewards and punishments in eternity are based on what you've done, not on what you've planned or what you've intended.
This is a nightmare. I had this all worked out. Where did I go wrong?
You were fully aware of what God expected you to do, but you put off bending your knee before God so you could go on sinning. You saw it as delaying your decision. But God saw it as deliberate disobedience. In God's eyes, you were without excuse.
What about an appeal?
The Bible says that man is destined to die once, and after that to face judgment. What do you think?
So, there's no way I'm getting into heaven?
Let's just say that Jesus is going to procrastinate that decision indefinitely.
Go ahead, I'll begin.
If it's any comfort, I've decided to put off a decision to pray for you.
Based on a play by Bob Snook. Conditions for use: do not sell any part of this script, even if you rewrite it. Pay no royalties, even if you make money from performances.
You may reproduce and distribute this script freely, but all copies must contain this copyright statement.